Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So I did some brainstorming here with how to deal with unconstructed buildings on these planets. So my conclusion is I needed a mod for this. So I decided to get Ghost Scanner 4. If I remember, I'll include a link to that on the mod portal in the video description or in the comment, the pinned comment. But what this does is it scans the network for anything that's not constructed. So we can see we have some meteor defense that I decided to place down here. We have this one, for example, and then we have a bunch of stuff here. Now, the biggest downside to this is that this does not take into account anything that you have in your system. Because right now we have a couple of these, for example. It doesn't give a shit about that. It's just like, okay, we need to construct it. Therefore, it's there. I also have a suspicion that this will still be like, if I do construct a bunch of these, for example, it's gonna, even though they're queued up, it's gonna do this. So this has a pretty sizable, like, down, it has a downside to this, actually, now that I think about it. It's a good backup, but it has some downsides to it. So what I think we'll do is we won't put that there. We'll take a couple of these. I think I decided on 3. So we'll do a couple of groups here. Building materials. We're gonna trash unrequested. We are going to do defense materials. And we are going to do logistics. So here, we're gonna add things that we normally would need for a planet. Like these. We probably want to have a couple of these things. We're definitely gonna want a couple of these. And we're definitely gonna want a couple of these on every single planet. In terms of logistics, I think having some roboports on each planet is a good idea. What was I thinking more? So we also need some circuit logistic, some circuit logic here. Because I need to be able to do things here. I'm absolutely not sending this many. I think we're sending 5 of these. It's fine. So that's like standard stuff that we need. Now I actually need to send this to the planet. I think what we're gonna do is we'll have this as a backup. Right? So any unfulfilled requests will be put in here. So anything that we don't have is gonna be in there. Because now it should stop requesting anything that we already have. Right? Did I trash that? No, I did not. So you can put one in there. Okay. Another thing that we are going to want for every single planet most likely will be landfill. Land. Where the hell did I? Landfill. Ton of landfill. We don't need another section. We just put that in there. Okay, one more. Okay, and we're going to want a little bit of defense here as well. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on defense here because I don't feel like it's going to greatly benefit us right now. So I'm going to make a very simple catch-all blueprint. That looks about right. And that's a concrete wall, which is incorrect. Okay. Now this is not a great defense by any means. Unfortunately, you sent that without me being done with these warehouses, my guy. Which is very unfortunate. But it's okay. So I'll take this. I'll be placing one here. Here. Let's actually have one here as well. That's okay. We need one more buffer warehouse. You are struggling with stuff still. Okay. Can we get the last warehouse, please? And we can set this to be like, okay, we're gonna need a little bit of wall. We are gonna need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe even some accumulators, some solar panels. We'll be satisfied with that for now. Some belt. Probably. Some inserters. Some pipe. And that should be pretty satisfactory right now. We're gonna launch that as well. Okay. So now let's dive into this. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go to the depot. And wait for a condition. Thank you. Then you're gonna go here. Full cargo. Boom. What is it that we are missing here exactly? In this, we don't really care. We're not gonna have that there. It is what it is. Okay. So we're gobbling up this. We are gobbling that up. And slowly getting some landfill. Okay. Now we're going to the depot. And we need to find a suitable location for Vita thingamadoo. I think I just take this location. We take an unloading station. Put that here. We take this here. And this will be requesting the nuggets. Them nuggets. And it's gonna be when them nuggets are less than 2k. Otherwise, you stay in the depot. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for this station to be constructed. But that's fine. So that's gonna read as unsatisfied requests. And this is gonna be trying to request that. With emphasis on trying. Let's do this then. So I want this here as well. That's fine. So how we doing? Well, this is coming. We have 6 gigawatts of power. This is completely full now, which is great. We do have a bunch of these. This is very full. Can make sure we do get the biters done. Which is fine. Yes, so where are my construction bots? I'm gonna have to remember to send that with decently like good intervals. So we're getting that. Okay, we're getting these chests. Let's make sure we get these up here as well. So we're gonna need that in space as well. Okay, now you should be able to see the station. Inaccessible, but see it. So you go there, and then you're gonna go empty cargo. And then after you've been there, you're gonna go topside again. Which is fine. Let's manually fly over there. Because we want to start looking at the next step of the process. And the next step is gonna be Vitamelange bloom, which needs nuggets, water, and fertilizer. Fertilizer needs a lot of shit. Needs biomatter, which is cringe. That means that we need to replicate this process here. We do have some biomatter, so we can get started with that process easily. The sand, however, the sand is a problem. So we're gonna need sand input. Biomatter we're not gonna need an input for. Then we need mineral water, which we have in huge trains. Not the small ones, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have a small station for mineral water. Which is it's a little bit unfortunate. Fluid unloading station. Okay. That is okay. We're gonna put a roboport there. We're gonna put a roboport here. That should also be fine. Except it's not. We'll do that then. So this should only be open when that's less than 2k. You have 5k left. That's okay. So we also need nitric acid. We're gonna need vulcanite blocks as well. So we're gonna need another unloading station. Unloading station. There. And put this here. That there. Not there. Don't take that away. Okay. That's fine. We need to deliver nitric acid here somehow. This is the part which I really dislike. Okay. So we have nitric acid somewhere up here. We should have a requester somewhere here as well. Is it down here somewhere? It is. So we basically just place that on a thing. Like here. We'll do the same. That's okay. It's not ideal. We don't really want to do this, but you know what? We'll place it up here instead. That's okay. That's probably the best solution. Because then this is not going to be blocking it. Theoretically, at least. So we needed the stone. Request stone, please. Boom. Stone. Boom. This is vulcanite. And this is request vulcanite block. We do have a ton of vulcanite still. This is when mineral water is less than 5k. This will be requesting mineral water. This is manually stopped. But we can go do that. And then we need greenhouses. We need this. And I think we need this specific layout as well. But I have no idea how many that we'd need. Ideally, we want to do this with prod modules. And we'll put better inserters here. You are gonna take a lot of Vitamelange nuggets, and then you need 10 fertilizers per 15 seconds, which is not a lot. So I think we might want to do a double belt here. But I think we're about to find out. I think we're about to find out. So the greenhouses. Okay, we are doing this. And then we need to make fertilizer. This is the part where we need sand and everything, but I have no idea how much we need. But we do need to make it in a chemical plant. Okay, that's okay. So, not that probably. Don't I have... like this, maybe. We'll do this fertilizer. So you're gonna need input on all these. And then you need this. Okay. I mean, so far, so good. You can eat... You can make 600 fertilizer per minute. I don't know if that's a lot. Okay, you are really dumping this vulcanite out here. Which I appreciate. Okay, so if we pretend red belt is... We are not going to be able to make more than 4 of this, I can tell you that. So that's maybe blue belt of this out. So let's see. 2, 3. No. Nope, nope, nope. Let's take this. Let's say 1, 2, 4. That's okay. Okay, so you need 4 times as much as this. That's gonna be 1200 or so fertilizer. We go back to this. This is 595. This was 640. Okay. Not exactly. So I think 3 of this would be in order. One, 2, 3. I mean, so far, so good. Mineral water will be arriving from here. Like so. Nitric acid will be arriving from over here. Like so. Boom. And then we need sand. We're gonna need 1400 sand. So basically, this amount of sand. And we make sand as a blueprint. Like this would be a good sand thing for us here. So we'll take the stone out. Just gonna go all the way here. We're not gonna do that. We are gonna do that. And put some power here. Now, biomatter. Biomatter. We're gonna need 600 biomatter per minute. We're gonna need 600 biomatter per minute. Hello? Wait. What? Fucking excuse me? The fluid alone on 600 biomatter is not a joke. Okay, let's landfill a bit of this. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Because this is gonna be way bigger than I thought. And maybe I shouldn't be throwing the mouse around either. Okay. So let's start with landfilling this part. Here, maybe. 600. Like, really? Okay. Let's take this build. And we're gonna put that here, I think. Can we do something smarter with this? That's the question. And what would that be in that case? We don't need any physical input other than this, right? So if we did this, we did this, put a beacon here with this. And then did this. We would be able to save a little bit. And then we'll put some power here as well. Okay, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Now the question is, how many of these do we actually need? This needs 500. 500 is what we're gonna try to achieve. 500 biomatter. How many biolabs do we have? 26. Okay. Can we make more? Let's make 60 or 50 at least. That would be good. So this is 45 per section, which means we need at least 10 of these sections. We're probably going to be looking at 12. Is my guess. So 12 of this, which means 24 of this, which needs 9,000 oxygen per minute, which would be 5 of these, yeah. So we can do this, yeah. And that should not cover any of that. We'll do this. And then we'll do this as well. And oxygen will be coming from here once we have this built. Okay, these are super busy doing their thing. And you are just waiting. You have so much stuff here. Okay, so this is waiting for empty landing pad, which is fine. That's fine. That's a pretty good system, to be honest. So right now we're getting 15k, which I think this might genuinely be enough. $547. No, so we're gonna need 13 of these to do the thing. And that's gonna be okay. Anyway, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This will be requesting petroleum. Petroleum. Whenever this is less than 5k. And then you'll go here. That's fine. And that should go through the whole thing. So whenever we have this done, we'll take it up here. And we'll go through and deliver in here. Which in turn will deliver the fertilizer that we need. In pretty decent quantity. And actually, we'll take this here. And now I need to sneeze again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, up here and into every single machine here. Boom. Remove this. We'll go there. On the other hand, the nuggets that will be coming in here, we'll take them in here on this side. We don't need this belt, yeah. Cool. So sand is doing its thing. This is doing its thing. That's fine. Then we need to take 2 belts of this out. this needs to go in here. Like so. And one water pump should be more than enough for this. Offshore pump. With some power. Okay, now we actually need some biomatter here. Let's put that in there. Hopefully we can steal it from here. Yes, we do actually have 200 exactly. For some reason, you don't really want to do that. This is probably not making that much. And then whenever these are all constructed, it will be good to go. These require 14 megawatts as well. Power is a powerful issue. Anyway, so the next thing on the list after doing this will be industrial furnaces. Where is that? That's here. So we're gonna do this thing, which outputs methane gas. We are absolutely gonna do that. I'm thinking probably we do this. And this. That's okay. And this gas, I'm wondering, we need some extract. So when we get this, what's the end product here that we want? It's the extract. So when we do this, we're gonna get 40 spice and then maybe around 4. I don't know if that 10% is 10% chance to get an extract, because it seems like it to me. Because then we need to do an enhancement kind of thing here for the extract as well. And it's very similar to what we do with the other thing, you know? We're gonna want these on different sides of the belt. I can tell you that. So if we do this, we'll put that in there. Then the output will be extract and spice. Like so. And we'll have that on a belt. This will be priority here. Is there any point in doing that, though? Not really. I don't think so. Genuinely. However, we probably still want to do this, yeah? And then we'll take the light oil out on the other side. Like this. There we go. And this needs to not be a warehouse. Or a buffer warehouse. This needs to be a normal one. And this will then put every single thing back in here, yeah? So how are we doing with this process over here? You got your things. Which is fine. Gonna put that there. We're gonna put this here for now. I'm gonna put it in my inventory, actually. So you are starting with this. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we put these here. We put this here. This will be able to produce 2.4K, let's say. And this will be able to eat all of that. Holy moly. Okay. And I can also tell you that the amount of vulcanite that we need is so small that we'll put it on a separate belt here. I'm not sure if we have settled on this specific location yet. But let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Let's put that there already. And this can also be productivity modules. Which is great. The amount of light oil that we get here, I absolutely don't care about. I had a flare stack here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Flare stack here. We'll put that here. Okay, so you can eat the full belt. Will be more like here than anything else. Which means we need to be able to gobble up 645 of this, which I think this process will be able to do. I'm gonna do that. So we prioritize going into this thing, yeah? So I think we can settle with staying here, yeah? So then we get this out. We're gonna put that in there. This gas that we get here, that I absolutely don't care about, is just gonna go and go into that and go away. So biomatter is the matter right now. Well, that obviously doesn't do anything. Did I make that mistake over there, really? Jesus, okay, let's go from the bottom here. So this one has a thing, this one doesn't, this one doesn't, this one doesn't, doesn't, doesn't. Okay. And then we look at this. I must have missed it when I copied it then. That's okay. Okay, so this process should be going now. Most of this is just running. And it looks like it's leaking out here as well. Which means this should be starting relatively soon. And then we're gonna get the extract. And we need so much of this extract. Like, it's not even funny how much of that extract we need. It is not even funny. we're still missing these things. Okay, but the fertilizer is going now. So we'll have a ton of the fertilizer. This will be going. And this will be consuming almost 4K. In terms of transport belts, this is slightly more than 2. So I think we do upgrade this belt. To blue. And then we also upgrade this belt to blue. Here and here. All the way in there, yeah? Get a nice achievement for this. Vitamelange Spice. 194 hours. Okay, so it looks like it's just a 10% chance to get this thing. Which is absolutely atrocious. But it's fine. Okay, so if we ever get to the point where this is 500, this is 50. Let's say 450. Okay, let's say 20k. If we have more than 20k, this needs, or less than 20k, this needs to be enabled. Because we're gonna want to send that in there, yeah. Okay, so we are getting these now. So you can take a bit more than a blue belt. But we're just not... We're not gonna get there, yeah? We ain't getting there. Okay, so when do we want to take things out from here, then? That's a good question. Let's take a loading station here. And that's gonna be, let's say, here. Let's say here. We can put down a new train as well. And we'll just place that casually there. So, taking things out from here. this will only happen when we have more than 200 here. Otherwise, we're gonna leave stuff in here. That seems like a reasonable compromise. Whoops. We'll do that. Oof. Yeah, this needs to go there. We'll take this all the way and take that here. Wait, so this... Am I stupid? This is not enough. This ain't enough. So we can't do this. Because this here ain't enough. We'll just do that. And we will also upgrade this. No. We will upgrade the belt, not the inserters. Okay. Okay, we'll need a near inserter here as well, yeah. And I think we do send an upgrade on this as well. We should have enough belt to try and optimize this. We are not even close to keeping up with this. We ain't doing it. Okay. That's good. I want to make sure that we can eat this full belt, yeah? You're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. This will be able to produce a fuck ton of fertilizer. A little bit more than we need. This should be stacked. We can probably upgrade this as well, yeah? That is fine. So this extract, we're now getting about 400 per minute. And it's with this huge setup. This is not a small setup by any means. We could have probably done all of this on the planet and sent vulcanite there instead. But the problem is nitric acid and all the other things that are so much easier to access here. Okay, so this station here will be providing the extract. Cool. And this train should be ready. It is ready. So you're gonna go here. Full cargo, please. Boom. Oh, that stacks to 200. Okay. So 200 is just one stack. Do I care? Not really. Not really. I don't need the buffer here. I need the buffer on the other side, really. Okay, cool. So next time, we need to make an area more dedicated to modules, specifically productivity modules. This here ain't doing it. And the biggest problem with modules is gonna be the amount of different things that we need to send into that area and not how complex it is. It's just a logistics thing. We need so many different things. Like it's 3 inputs. Here's another 3 inputs. Here's another couple of inputs, but we already have one of them. This is another 2 inputs. Another 2 inputs. And then the list goes on. So having a dedicated area for per module will be 100% essential for that. Otherwise, we are gonna struggle really, really hard. That means, for example, for the first one, we're gonna need components, electronic circuits, and glass, and I think we have components already. Yeah, we do. Is there anything here we don't have? No, we have all of that. We have this. We don't have machine learning data. We can easily get biological catalog now. Okay, we cannot easily get it, but we can get it. Okay, this is a lot of the same. So a lot of biomass. A lot of biomass. then some other things. And then that should be it, kind of. Bioscrubber. We can probably already make. Yeah, I mean, we can. We have this, and we have nitric acid, so we can make vitalic acid as well. So prod module 5 is pretty accessible now. I'd consider us having this. This is pretty accessible. Vitalic reagent is also pretty accessible. Broad catalog will probably suck. But I think we can maybe get to prod module 6 with, let's say, some effort. And that will essentially take us from 8% productivity to 14%. And for science, that would be insane. So that would be 14 times 5, I think. No, 14 times 6. That's what, 70%? No, that can't be right. It's 14 times 6. It's 84%, yeah. So that's huge. That's a lot less science per thing that we need. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. For now. Again, having more productivity and stuff here would also help. So I think all of these weird like plates and materials probably deserve productivity modules. Question is how much we can scale productivity module production reasonably. Up to 6, I think we can scale it decently, but after that, I don't know. And even up to 6 might be a struggle. Oh, we actually ran out. Okay, we have a train signal there that we haven't made. Okay, so you need a couple extra cargo rocket sections. And some fuel. How's the mining going here? I mean, it's going. We don't have repair packs here, I think. I would say that is a thing that we need. Definitely. I think we have them in orbit, right? We do. Yeah, so getting some repair packs there is going to be absolutely great. I think you're going to get another delivery here. But getting to send enough rockets off the planet is gonna be the problem, I think. So you drop another 20k here. Let's say we can get, at best, we can get 4 trains per hour of this. Okay, and that's already starting to be infested again. Let's find them and destroy them. I'm gonna need to get that meteor defense up, because this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. But it's fine. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. If you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a really nice day.